Hi, everybody. How are you? Hopefully, this is broadcasting to everyone like it normally is. It started up differently, just like it did 2 weeks ago. Well, I mean, 2 weeks ago, it started up kind of funny for me. It took me through the whole Google Plus thing, and then it did it again this week, but in kind of a different way. So I'm not really sure what to expect, but uh, let me see here. I'm like out of breath. It's kind of a wonder I'm here because I have been rushing around this morning trying to deal with some internet issues and trying to just there was something I needed to update my credit card info for my blog domain, and that's not working. And so anywho, it's like I'm doing it through Google, and sorry, just trying to post my link here. Doing it through Google, and it keeps having me put my password in. I'm like, I know I have the right password. Why do I have to put it in like 5 times, and it's still not like doing anything? Anyway, that's what I've been working on today. And I'm just, yeah, kind of tired. Good morning. Okay, I can see your comments now. Yay, I think it is working. Maybe. Or maybe you all were just here early. Hi, everybody. Sorry I missed last week. We did get sorry, there's a little bug. We did get a recliner delivered, though, so that was the upside of all that. Ooh. Okay. Let me see here. I'm kind of washed out today. It's an extremely dark morning. We had a ton of rain late last night and overnight, and now there's like not getting any real like nice natural light through the window today. Hi, Tanya. Finally got to watch from the beginning, she says. Well, good. Let's see. On Twitter, oh, I'm sorry. Somebody had asked what time this starts. Well, hopefully they saw the tweet. I try to tweet and Facebook every morning that this is happening, a direct link to this, so everybody can see it. Oh, thank you. I've been much more into color on the lips lately than color on the eyes, you know? It's like once I got through that whole electric ballot challenge, no, I mean, I enjoyed that very much, but it's kind of the lips, I'm just having so much fun with lip color lately that the eyes, not that I'm not enjoying that too, but they're kind of taking a back seat in terms of what's more bold on the face. And I've been loving like metallic eyes, like kind of a golden type thing. In a video that'll be coming up in the next couple days, I used a little NYC palette, and I really love the look that I got with it. It wasn't a tutorial video, but I was kind of mentioning this, but it's the Compact and Best of Broadway. Can you tell how that's like a little bit olivey up there? A nice olive. This gold comes off, I think, even much prettier than it even looks in the Compact. A nice coppery shade, and I really loved the look the other day that I came out with that. Any news about Baby Bell? Which site will you update us on? Oh, well, if I have something to share, I barely got my hair combed today. I will share on when something starts happening. I will tweet it, Instagram it, and probably Facebook it as well. So all of the beauty broadcast sites you may or may not be following. Just keep an eye out there. Google Wallet, is that what I was trying to get into? It was like I had to try to sign into Google Apps, and then give myself administrator permission to. It's just like Google seems way overcomplicated. Oh, Lori is watching from her iPad because she's baking brownies. Yum. Hi, Linda. Hi, Dora. Melissa Price. Hello. Oh, I might need to refresh this page. And oh, I should let you know before anything happens that I've had some weird little internet connection glitches happening the past couple days here. So if I do just randomly disappear on you, I'll try to come back. But it's just been a little spotty for some reason here lately. I don't know if it's the storms or what. And today is the 13-year anniversary of 9/11. Can you believe it's been that long? Um, that put me back in high school at that time. I remember just being, it's one of those situations where you think back to where you were and what you were doing, and it wasn't like everybody knew instantly this is what's happened. It was like something big is going down and we don't really understand it. And it was like, I remember they wheeled a TV into the gym, and like between classes or during kids' study halls, like people were in there like trying to stop and listen to the news for a while and figure out what was going on. But isn't it really strange how things, like looking back, now it's so clear what had happened, but at that time it's like, it just unraveled kind of slowly. Okay, this is the big tragedy that's gone down. And so definitely thinking about that today. I don't know how old or young some of the viewers are. Some of you may not even, I don't know. I'm not sure if a lot of younger school-age people had a clear memory of that. By the way, is Belle's name after the Disney princess, or is that just a coincidence? Talked about this a little bit in the name reveal, kind of what went into this name, but no, I didn't choose to name her after Belle for Beauty and the Beast, although that, I do love Beauty and the Beast, but it's just a name we both really liked. It also is, my grandma's name was Mary Bell, and so it's kind of there's a family connection with the name Belle, I think, and we just really loved it. So, how are you sleeping at night? And how many weeks? Rose says, oh, hi, Mariah. Mariah's here, too. Yeah, 39 weeks as of yesterday. That's correct. So, isn't it nuts how close this is getting now? But I'm sleeping, I would say, some nights better than others. It's kind of a situation where I don't have too much trouble like falling asleep at night, except for the other night randomly when I fell asleep on the couch first. But it's like when I have to get up and go to the bathroom, it's so hard to explain how when you've got this belly. The best way someone described it is like a turtle that's been flipped over, and when you're trying to get out of bed in the night, is there's pressure, there's, sorry to overshare, but like pressure in the pelvic area, as the baby is, and the doctor said, the baby's head is, going into that zone, and you will feel more pressure, and it's like it varies, I think, here and there. I don't like go around walking around in pain all day, but like if I've been laying in bed or if I've been sitting on the couch for a while and then I get up, I'm like, oh, it's like I don't know, you don't want to feel like you're straining yourself, but it is difficult. I don't know how to describe it, but oh, Renu, thank you so much. Yeah, I know my mom and dad are going to be coming down, and Pup as well. I think they're just waiting for the call, anytime. But I do have my next appointment actually is set for next Thursday. So that is technically one day after the due date. So, I mean, unless the baby comes between now and then. I'll be back at the doctor's office next Thursday, and I think he might see me like even a couple times a week once you get past the actual due date. And kind of what he was saying is, they don't want to. I guess he's talking from kind of the what if standpoint, but if I go that long and I go past the due date, they don't want to have to induce labor, but they'll be keeping a close eye, I guess maybe through an ultrasound. They'll be checking the baby's positioning, making sure everything's okay in there, and I guess there are some indicators that could show, okay, we need to get the baby out now, checking the fluid levels and different things like that. And so if the baby is appearing to be normal in there and everything's going well, he said it's considered normal to go into 41 weeks of pregnancy, and a lot of people do that with their first pregnancies and subsequent pregnancies in some cases. I think my mom went over in all of her pregnancies, so I won't be surprised if next time. So I guess next Thursday morning is my appointment, so I won't have this next Thursday. Just so you know, that was the only. It's like I would normally be in there on a Tuesday, but I guess that I don't know if that day was full or what the deal was. But sorry, I've been rambling and missing comments here. I'm sorry if I've been missing you. Okay, Steph Nyan has a question, wants to try the Estee Lauder foundation, but which one would I get first? Oily combo skin, and she has acne scars that she wants to hide and would love the finished look to be natural, something not too heavy. I would suggest going for the regular double wear, the kind that for you. Oh, I've got my little bottle in my hospital bag. How convenient. No, but it comes in a little like glass bottle with a gold cap. That's the one I would recommend. I think it will do the best on, because if you got acne scars, sometimes that can become kind of a texture issue, and I think that foundation would respond pretty well to those sorts of concerns. And oily combo skin, really good on that as well. So one thing you can always do is get a sample. If you go to a counter, you can try it out if you want to before you actually buy the full-size product. But that I think regular double wear would be a good place to start. And then maybe you try a sample and you're like, well, this still feels a little heavy, or I don't need that much coverage. There is a light version, which is still really long wearing. I think would still be good for your skin type, but it's just a matter of if that will cover enough for you. So I would start with regular and then possibly go to light, or maybe you could test them both. I'm not sure how open they are with the sampling. I think they probably would let you sample about whatever you want. Oh, I still have my wedding rings on my hands at 39 weeks. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know how. I really, knock on wood, have not had much swelling in terms of like my feet and my hands. I know those are like the main places that people run into swelling, and there were a couple days, like not this past weekend, but the one before, my mom and I had been out shopping, and at the end, like, I looked down at my feet and I was like, holy cow. Like, I was just wearing flip-flops, right? So it wasn't like shoes were getting tight on my feet so much, but I looked down at my feet and I'm like, wow, my feet really swelled up. And she's like, oh, we got to get you home and get those feet up. And so we did. But that's really been the only time that I've noticed some real swelling of the feet. I got big feet anyway. So, but yeah, I know that's really, really common though. Have you had breakouts during your pregnancy? If so, what product has helped you? Well, thankfully, I really haven't dealt with much in terms of breakouts, like not much at all. And I'm glad for that because my go-to breakout remedy is something you're really not supposed to be using during pregnancy. You kind of got to watch what you're using and go for some kind of natural way to deal with that. I'm not saying all breakout remedies are bad to use during pregnancy, but the one that I specifically liked with the salicylic acid or the benzoyl peroxide, the Clean and Clear Persagel, I've not used this since before the pregnancy, but like I said, I haven't had, the breakouts haven't been the issue, it's been the discoloration and the melasma, so I got something, I was handed down something to have to deal with for this, but I'm not sure what natural breakout remedy would be the best to use during pregnancy, though. And have I changed my skincare routine? Yeah, just trying to make sure nothing that I use contains retinol. Retinol is another pregnancy no-no. So just going for things that are a little more simple. I'm now using, I use Cebu, a great Cebu night cream, and I was like scraping the container earlier this week, so I picked up something new. I'm using now the Aveeno Positively Radiant Night Cream, and it really, I really like the way that goes on. My skin has been feeling great, and masking. Actually, just a little spoiler alert, Tie-Day Friday this week, there's going to be some masking fun. Oh, at high school on lunch, watching live, that's awesome. Hi, MC. Melissa Price said both my boys had to be evicted. That's too funny. Son 1 was a week overdue, had to be induced because of lack of fluid. Number 2 overdue, but only 1 day, and was a scheduled induction. So, yeah. Isn't it just like, this thought keeps going through my mind on how crazy it is that it's such a big life event, but you can't pin a day to it. It's like, I love when, you know, maybe there's a vacation coming up, or maybe there's some this or that like on your schedule, and you're looking forward to that day. And here it's like, yeah, I'm totally looking forward to that day, but I don't know what day to really look forward to, you know? Somebody posted a great thing on my Facebook page, and we were talking to our doctor about this the other day, and anybody I've told is cracked up, and it's one of those little e-card things, and it says having a baby is like picking someone up from the airport, except you don't know when their flight comes in and you don't know what they look like. I just thought that was the best. I loved that. So many unknowns. Are you more excited or nervous about Belle's arrival? Well, I'm about the height of excitement. You know, like I'm just as excited as I can be, but at the same time, I'm very nervous. Like, I am getting a little more freaked out, I think. Like, I mean, just, you know, talking to Tyler about it, thinking, can I do this? Can I handle this? Is this going to work out? Like, I mean, I wonder if maybe I would have more of a comfort level in the hospital if I've ever had a procedure before. I've never had a surgery. I've never done anything really medical, thank goodness, you know, like, I haven't had broken bones and issues where I've needed to be in the hospital, and so I don't know, I do feel kind of nervous about when the time comes, and also knowing exactly when. Like, if it isn't a situation where I go into the doctor's office and he says, yep, today's the day, if he doesn't like tell me that or find a reason that that day needs to be the day. It's like, will I know for sure if my water breaks, or what does that really feel like? I'm a first timer, and so I feel like I'm just kind of feeling my way around through the dark. But sorry, I'm just rambling on at this point. But yes, I am nervous, and I think anyone who says they're not a little nervous about giving birth is, I don't know. It's just it's a lot. It's a lot to think about. But once I get in there, I think I'm just going to have to go in with this mindset, you know. I am now in the doctor's hands. I'm now in the nurse's hands, you know. And they know what to do, and they've done this a zillion times, and yeah, it will all be fine. Brittany Marie says everything went smoothly at 41 weeks, 3 days for her. Gosh. A lot of babies just don't come on their due date, do they? Hi, Sunshine8429. She's a work watcher. We got a work watcher. I'm wondering if pregnancy has affected your body image, asked Jennifer Schwartz. Like, I guess no, not really. I really have enjoyed the pregnancy from a bump standpoint, and watching it grow and get bigger. Like, I mean, I've nothing but enjoyed that. I've never felt like self-conscious of my body during the pregnancy or anything like that, or, you know, I just think it's such a wonderful, natural, cool thing, and I've loved seeing week to week how it's the bump has changed and things have gone there. So no, I guess I have, it hasn't caused any body image issues for me, and I don't think I was ever really a big, like, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm very into the glamour of makeup and hair and things like that, but maybe I'm not as upset about something happening with my body. I don't know, but I think it's just great. You will know if your water breaks. And yeah, a lot of people, somebody said my mom's water didn't break with me, and sometimes that's something that doesn't happen until you're even, you know, in the hospital or something. So yes, the bump. This may not be the last time, Stacy Catherine. But here it is. There she is. The horizontal stripes, I think, add a little extra something for the width. Favorite MAC blushes? I want to build a palette, says Miss Raina. You know, I actually have a MAC blush palette. I never reach for it. It's my problem. Raina may have just inspired me to do that. I've got one floating around in here that that is not pinned down. But I depotted a couple. This is Dolly Mix, and that's been one of my favorites. That's the first one I ever got. It's a really, I know it looks vivid and wild here, but sheared out, that's a beautiful blush. Also, I had Floor Power, which cracked on me in the depotting process and had to go bye-bye. And then these others, like I remembered, I went to the MAC website and I got some more because I wanted to do this palette thing. One of the ones that I've liked a lot is this one called Spring Sheen. Light, peachy, still shows up. You know, I get frustrated if a blush doesn't show up. And then I got a contour shade called Blunt. The others, I have not used a whole heck of a lot. I have, so I'm not putting like big recommendations behind these, but I have Ambering Rose. That's a shimmering one. I have Desert Rose, which looks like a matte, kind of mauvish. Another deeper, I just wanted to have like a nice variety of light and dark, so that's kind of what my palette looks like here. Breezy, which is kind of like a shimmery berry, and then Frankly Scarlet, which is like a all-out red. So yes, thank you for bringing that up, Raina, because I need to be using those. I'll set them over here. But Dolly Mix has been one of the most long-standing ones in my collection, and Fleur, F-L-E-U-R, is the way it's spelled, Power. That one is a beautiful kind of corally pink, and I think that one's really wearable for a lot of people. So. Oh, question about Tyler's Q&A fatherhood video. Will that be on the vlog channel? Yeah, we're going to shoot that tonight. I had done my last pregnancy vlog, just me, as a Q&A, and you guys had like awesome questions for me, and it was great. And then so many people in the comments were like, Tyler should do this too. And so I thought, yeah, let's do that. So, and he was up for it. So the other day on my Beauty Broadcast Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Beauty Broadcast, I asked for questions for him, you know, anything about the baby, how the pregnancy's been, fatherhood coming up for him, whatever. And if you want to go back there and like leave a comment or a question, that's why I gave you the address. It's facebook.com/Beauty Broadcast, and we'll shoot that tonight and hopefully have that up then. Won't be tonight, but maybe the next day ish. So depending on when I can get everything done. So, and that'll be on the vlog channel to answer the question. On my nails, this is Milani Color Statement Nail Polish, and the shade is called Bronze. Tyler did my toes in this color too. It looks really good on the toes too. I like it a lot. It's kind of, you know, a little bit rosy, metallic. It's like those kinds of eyeshadows that I really love. It's the middle shade of the Benefit Big Beautiful Eyes palette. It's that. Oh my gosh, I feel like guys, I've been trying to get ahead, like shooting extra videos, extra little tutorials here and there, and trying to prepare and stuff, and I'm like, I get to the afternoon and I get so exhausted, and I'm like, I need to slow down. I need to slow it down a little bit because I've been doing like double stuff every day, and it's just nuts. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going up to the top now. Will your future children be named Ariel and Jasmine? LOL. No, as I said earlier, the name Belle was not a Beauty and the Beast real inspired thing. We like the name Belle, and it's my part of my grandma's name. Good lip balm for really dry lips. Great question, because I kind of have felt the need to clarify too. When I mentioned in my lip routine video that I like to use the EOS as a lip primer, it's really, like, this is not the most moisturizing lip balm in the world. I'm not saying that, but it is the best for maintaining a matte finish, in my opinion. I mean, I haven't tried every lip balm known to man, but this works really well, lightly underneath a matte lipstick to give you a little extra moisture but not change the finish. But it is not like single-handedly going to, I think, be the best for your lips as far as just a great balm. But I really like the various Nivea lip balms. I think these are probably some of the best in terms of just being really moisturizing, and your lips are so dry, and oh my gosh, I need something great on them right now. This is the Kiss of Smoothness. There's the olive oil and lemon one that's good. There's a Kiss of Honey. I mean, they've got like the full line of them, but I really think these are some of the most like emollient, hydrating, great lip balms. Oh, and shout out to my girl Sophia, who sent me some lip balms that I am just in love with. Where's the main Rockstar one? Where did I put that? Must be over by my computer. Savannah Bee Company. Is anybody familiar with this line? All natural lip balms. They're so cute. She sent me a little pack of these, and there's one called Mint Julep that is absolutely blow your mind awesome. And then I've been using, I have the Palmetto Honey. Actually, like a little bonus one was in the package too, so I have another Palmetto Honey downstairs. Tupelo Honey. If you know what Tim McGraw song where he mentions Tupelo Honey, bonus points, I guess. And Earl Grey tea, I guess. But these feel wonderful on the lips too. I think I might have to do a little showdown, Savannah Bee versus Burt's Bees lip balms maybe. But the Mint Julep one is the one that has really just can't get enough of that. And fitting, that's the one I can't find. Ooh. Okay, I'm going backwards a little bit because I think I missed some things. Do you think Tyler will be a diaper changer and get up in the middle of the night type of daddy? Carolyn, I don't know. He's a very heavy sleeper, and he's slow to wake. He's like waking a big, or what I would imagine to be like waking a big bear. When he gets up in the morning, it's like I can wake up and shoot out of bed. Like, okay, alarm is off. All right, I'm moving. He is very slow to start moving, and the eyes, and it's like I don't know. I don't know if fatherhood and the urgency of a baby will prompt him to start changing his ways where that's concerned, but I picture me as being the one who's going to be jumping up and doing all that, because like I remember, in the news days, my alarm would go off at 1, well, for a while it was 1:30, and then when the newscast got pushed to an earlier time even, it was 1 or 12:55, and it was like I knew there's no time to mess around. Must get up at this moment, and that helped me do that. Terry Gaines, yes, I can see your comments. You're doing it right, honey. What makeup are you planning to take to the hospital with you? Oh, that would have been a fun thing to bring into this video, because my bag is downstairs, and I do have a little, it's not my full makeup, like big travel bag, but it's I think a conservative amount of makeup that I'm planning to take. Because who knows? I mean, it may happen when I've already got my makeup done, but you'll be there probably overnight and maybe part of another day, so you want to have some makeup there to do. But I definitely packed up a little bag for myself. I'll either do probably a video or a blog about what I'm taking. Oh, Lisa got the Estee Lauder Maximum Coverage for horrible under-eye circles and loves it. Oh, fabulous. That's great. Yay. Yay. I could see that totally working, any kind of discoloration you've got on your skin. And I actually own 2 shades of the Max Cover. The creamy tan is pretty much my all-over face type color, but I also, the last time I did an order, I got the creamy vanilla, I think, which is 1 shade up from that, and that can be kind of fun if you want to do maybe more like highlighted areas and stuff like that. I'm obsessed. I am obsessed with that foundation. It is amazing. Oh, thank you so much. I've been watching you for 6 years already. Started in high school and finishing university in 1 year. Oh, thank you so much. When I hear about people who have been watching since the beginning, I mean, I am blown away. And still here, oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. That is absolutely awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No less thanks to anyone who's, stumbled across me yesterday, but I mean, that's just, I know that it's the internet. You can get whatever you want. You can jump around, you can get bored with something and immediately go on to something else, right? Like you can just be completely ADD about the things you want to watch because you want exactly what you want now, or you can get bored with something. And thank you for not getting bored with me. I guess is what I'm trying to say, because there's a lot out there. Do you have a rotating system for your makeup? How do you make sure everything gets used? Stuff that just sits there for reference later. Great questions pertaining to makeup collection from Mandith. First off, yes, there are things just sitting there for reference. Some of that stuff is in my closet. Some of that stuff is where I would just think to naturally look for it in comparison to other things. Like, I definitely hold on to some things that I have no intention of using on my face, but I think, I really want that shade. I want at least, like even something I might just have a speck left of, but I want that to remind me that this was a really good concealer that I once used, and I don't want to forget about it next time I review concealers, or I think that's important for the amount of reviews I do. I don't think that's necessarily important for the everyday person to keep on hand, but for me and what I do, it is. And as far as just using stuff and do I have a system for it, I won't say I have a formal system of using stuff, but I try to shop my stash frequently. I try to just go through my drawers quite often and try to think, okay, what have I not reached for in a long time? And that totally, like, I mean, you see it a lot if you watch my Best in Beauty videos. There are so many times where excuse me, something comes up and it's like, okay, that was a product maybe I heard Emily review 2 years ago, and now it's coming back in. So I think it's important to just be really in tune with what you have. The better organized your collection is, the less chance I think that things are going to just go under the radar and go unnoticed. Because I know, like, okay, in this basket, those are my Mally Shadow Sticks, and that's where they are, and I know if I haven't been reaching for those, or, I'm just very aware of what I own. And part of it is, like, interest level, too. I mean, when you're really into it, you're really into your makeup, it's like I could read you off, you could ask me, do you have this shade of this product? And I'm probably going to know, if I have it or have ever had it. So, Rory D, Kharkov. It has been way too long since I've been here. Well, welcome. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. My hair has probably been the biggest thing where I'm like, get it out. Get it out of my face. So I may just throw it up here into a bit of a bun. I've got this is where all my clips are, sitting around on this table. There we go. Good enough, right? Oh, it feels so much better. Oh, work watcher in the house in Romania. Ah, Mariah says, can you do a tutorial using the Smashbox Cherry Smoke Palette? Just purchased it. I shot one the other day. Yay! So it'll be coming in the coming days. It's one of those that I shot kind of like, I don't know if I'll need to use it when I'm out of the picture for a little while doing baby stuff, or I'm not sure how soon I'll need to post it, basically. But I did shoot it, and I was really happy with the look. This is the Cherry Smoke palette. It contains the Photo Op eyeshadow formula from Smashbox, which I think is a wonderful texture for eyeshadows. And when I look at this, I think, here's a smoky look, here's a berry look, and here's a really quick look. You know, like a one shadow look and a highlight kind of thing. But doesn't it sort of remind you of the format of a lot of Too Faced palettes, with the exception of these two being so big? Nice size mirror, and look what happens with this is so satisfying. Oh, yes, Rebecca Keller got the Tim McGraw song right. I'm sorry, Rebecca, I didn't pick out a prize, but you get a gold star in my book. See how that just magnetizes? Isn't that fun? Boom. Love. Good choice. Good choice, Mariah. Great for fall. Great for any time, really. I mean, those are classic neutrals in my book, but the berry is really pretty. No, I've not talked about Face of the Day or the lip color. After talking about my love for these Kate Moss matte lipsticks, thank you so much to the handful of people who tweeted me saying you need to get number 107. FYI, Walgreens totally kicks Ulta's butt when it comes to selection of these lipsticks. Walgreens has, like, I feel like they carry every color. I mean, they've got a whole row of them. Ulta, meanwhile, has like 3 of these matte red lipsticks. But this is 107, and that is what I'm wearing now. Oh, I meant to check. I wanted to see how similar it is to that Butter London shade I was wearing in a video yesterday. Let me just see. I should have checked this out before. They're pretty close. Okay, this one. This is the Butter London shade. It's a little darker yet than what I've got on right now. A little more plum in it, but pretty close. So if you were looking for a dupe for that Ruby Murray shade from yesterday's review, I'm not calling it a dupe, but I'm calling it a pretty close. Very vampy, right? Love in the deep shades. And yeah, somebody also mentioned, don't these smell so good? And yeah, they do. I really like the smell. Is it kind of a cucumber thing? I think so. I think so. Love it! Okay, the real thing got her tardy slip from the secretary, so thank you. Thank you for following official Beauty Broadcast Live protocol. Cool, yeah, what's in the hospital bag? Okay, tell me this. Would it be more helpful to do that video, the what's in my hospital bag, not just talking about the makeup, but the overall, like, stuff we're taking? Would it be more helpful to do that before I go to the hospital or afterward, and then talking about what actually got used? Thoughts, opinions, questions, comments, concerns? I had a professor in college who would end every class like that. Questions, comments, concerns? Well, yeah, I have some concerns, but I don't feel like sharing them in front of the class. How am I feeling? Any signs of labor yet? I'm feeling really good, actually. Once I got through just my little stressful running around this morning, like trying to figure out my various internet-related issues, and then realizing you've got like 40 minutes to get your makeup on and go to the bathroom and eat your breakfast and make your coffee. But I'm feeling good. And any signs of labor yet? I think I've had some very sporadic contractions, which I think when they're not actual labor contractions, they're known as Braxton Hicks contractions, and they're pretty mild. They feel like kind of a mild cramp, I think, at times. And those have been not like very inconsistent, I guess I would say. But any other signs of labor, I can't really. She's just comfortable in there, I suppose. She just wants to hang out in my belly, I guess. Or maybe she's just waiting for the actual due date. Maybe this kid is so smart, she's just like, you know, okay, I am expected on the 17th. That is when I will come. I'm giving her too much credit. One brand tutorials. Yeah. What was the last one I did? Can't quite remember. Was it a high end? I think it was a drugstore, actually. Need to look into that. Sometimes what holds me up on doing one brand tutorials is that I don't have everything I need to do the full brand, or like I've got my eye on something I want to do next, and I don't have quite everything. I know one that that has been requested so much from the start has been, for example, Urban Decay. I could do eye looks out the wazoo for Urban Decay, but I don't own face products from that brand. I need to get some. Would love your opinion on Sigma brushes, worth all the hype. Sorry, I'm getting like a lump in my throat. When I sit here and talk a lot, I get a little drainage thing happening. From a full brush set standpoint, yes, I think they're a great thing to have. I mean, as an all-encompassing, like I'm thinking of the essential kit or whatever, you know, I'm looking right over here at brushes I've had for years, and they're intact and they're good. But I don't think it's the only good brush out there. I could list off some certain absolute standouts that I think Sigma does better than anyone else that I've tried. But at the same time, like, can I come up with great brushes from drugstore brands? You betcha. My F80, for example, some of these Sig Max brushes, I think anymore are some of the best things they do. I'm talking about these, the big synthetic ones that are good for, you know, I like rotating through all these. Mainly these two, the F84 and the F80, great foundation buffers. And then the mini sizes of those, the precision brushes from that line, like these, great concealer brushes. I remember when these first came out and I thought, what's the value in these? And then I really started using them for concealers and highlights, and I'm like, wow, I love that. And like I said, a full brush set with a lot of great basic brushes, good quality. I mean, they are, I've enjoyed them so much. But I think if you're trying to like just pick and choose, get the bare minimum amount of brushes, really scale back on what you're spending, you can piece together a good set from like Target and Eco Tools and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll just continue going through the face of the day because I'm getting some questions like that. So again, I'm sorry if I miss some comments here briefly, but I'm just going to go through. I'm wearing the Big Easy today. I've reviewed this. It's, you know, I didn't really fall in love with this product, but I'm a firm believer in continuing to give stuff another shot as your skin might change or whatever. But no, I've got that on. I do kind of like the finish that it's giving me on the skin, but I definitely needed more concealer, so I did use my Bobbi Brown corrector in Bisque on the melasma areas, a little bit of the Age Rewind from Maybelline in Fair, just for a little highlighting. little bit again of the Too Faced Cocoa Powder Foundation as a kind of a setting type powder. Really have been enjoying that. Like the coverage, like the finish. My It Cosmetics thingy. I used this today so I wouldn't forget to give you an update on this. The CC Radiance Ombre Bronzer. I thought I'd been using this for quite a while at the time I reviewed it, and I didn't notice this happening then, but it is starting to happen now. Look how the matte bronzer is starting to creep in with more. Like that middle zone where it looked like a kind of its own medium tone right here. See how it's starting to wear off, and I'm getting more matte. I'm happy about this. I really like that matte part, but that is starting to happen. A few people commented that that would happen, and I kept using it, not noticing that, and then finally, in the past, I don't know, week or so, I had a breakthrough. So, yay! What else? In-Stain Blush in Argyle. This is a light pink. I'm very washed out with this lighting, but yes. And the lips, like I said, it's the Rimmel Kate Moss Matte 107. And the eyes, saving this for last, I'm not sure exactly when this is launching, but the Balm has a new palette. It's called Balm's Eye. Look it. Yep, that's a lot of shadows. A lot. And much smaller compared to like Balm Voyage, Meet Matte Nude, some of the other things they put out. This is my first day ever using it, and I was in kind of a rush this morning. And I knew I wanted a bold lip today, so I just went very light. I'm wearing Epic, which is kind of a peachy champagne. I'm wearing Big Kahuna, which is a bronzy shade. That's what's kind of coming up into the crease a little bit. That's also smudged underneath. And what's interesting, too, you may not be able to tell, there is a row right here of totally matte, very cool, neutral shades, and it says brow/shadows. So that's cool. And then some of these deeper ones, these two are matte as well. It's a very dark matte black and a matte brown. This won't be like the only thing you see of this, because I know lighting, camera quality, a little distorted here, but I absolutely will review this. But yeah, pretty much, you know, it's a pretty neutral palette. You've got a little bit of blue to play with, a little bit of plum over here, but very neutral in a lot of shades. And then what's under the flap here? This was something I didn't have a chance to play with today, but they've put in a couple of stencils for eyeshadow placement that allow you to place them in such a way that you might get like a certain kind of wing with the look. Like, look at those little wings there. You know, help you do a wing liner, help you just shape the shadow as a whole. So there's just a couple of those, and they're in that little trap door in the bottom. So I can't wait to, you know, on a day when I have more time, really try that method out. But what? Just anyway, I have that on, and I cracked open a new Mally volumizing mascara. I missed this. I forgot how much I love this, and this on my lower lashes, Plump Crusher Water Resistant. Yay! That's it. Oh, and by request, a bunch of people asked what's going on with these whitening, lightening lip glosses. Do you have them? And I was like, yeah, actually I do, because like they got handed off to me as I was walking through IMATS LA earlier in the year, and I hadn't tried them. They were in my closet. I hadn't used them. So I have two. I have Fiji and Nude. So these are right out here for me to be using in the near future and letting you know if they're great or not. Okay, I'm sorry. Now I will try to catch up on what I missed. Do the video after. You should do both, what you plan on taking and then what you actually used. After you get back, show what you used in. Is Cupcake still hanging out in the nursery? Yeah, she is. She loves it in there. She loves some of the soft things that are happening in there. But you know, it's going to be kind of gradual, I think, Belle's time spent in there, because she's going to be sleeping with us in our room, or sleeping in her little rock and play thing down in our room for quite a while early on, and it's going to be some time before the nursery is actually something she's going to be using a lot. So I guess Cupcake still will be able to enjoy it for a while, maybe exclusively. But when I'm up here, I'm spending so much time during my days, you know, once I get back into the whole video routine, spending a lot of time up here. I picture her sleeping, either, you know, maybe sleeping in here. I can that rock and play is so darn portable. I can stick it like anywhere, or I could set up the pack and play in here, or whatever. It's all about in play. Or I could just, you know, eventually have her laying just in her crib right in there. And I know some people, well, not some people, one person had mentioned, like, is the nursery too close to your room, and is that going to disrupt the baby? And I'm kind of thinking, you know, she has gotten probably very used to hearing my voice a lot. You know, I talk a lot, and she's probably hearing a lot of that, but also, you know, I was talking to my mom about this a lot too, and, you know, babies do adapt and kind of, you know, get used to, you know, you get them used to what you want to get them used to, I guess. You decide kind of what that environment is going to be like, and I do have doors. But sorry if this has been asked, but if you go past your due date, do you think you will get an induction or try to wait it out? Yeah, I talked about this a little bit, but no, just basically my doctor's not planning to induce unless there's a medical need to do so. Unless there's something that indicates the baby needs to come out, I will probably go past my due date some. So, yep. Which you know, I don't want to have to induce, but if that's what it comes to, if something's unsafe, or, you know, the baby's not looking, something's not looking normal, then I'm all for doing what is the best thing to do. Favorite powder that kind of gives a blurred, perfected look, drugstore, high-end. She finds that most powders sit on her skin and look powdery. Michelle, have you tried Too Faced? Have you tried NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat powder foundation? Really nice finish on that. Really like. It's not too matte, but yet it doesn't. There's not like sparkly shine in it. Do you commit to washing your brushes every day? No. How can I make it easier to clean my brushes? Well, no, I need to clean my brushes in a big way right now. I have a lot of brushes that I rotate, so I'll have some, like, for example, that F80, you know, okay, that's dirty, I'm not reaching for that anymore, it's here, it's waiting to be cleaned, and I'm using a different one. So, like, I kind of rotate through a lot of brushes so I don't have to be constantly cleaning, but really, like, every couple weeks you need to be cleaning them. And if you look into my brush videos, you will probably find a highly controversial video about a Sigma glove, which I loved from the beginning, and I continue to use every single time I wash my brushes. I truly enjoy that thing. So, yeah, proof's in the pudding there. I'm still using it. Here's the thing. Let's be real for a moment, shall we? People want honest opinions on things, right? Always. Honesty. If I were to get up and do a video on that thing telling you I didn't like it, that would be a dishonest video. The honesty, a lot of times I feel like I will get patted on the back for giving an honest review when I say something negative about something I've been sent, when really every review is an honest review. What if this turns out to be positive? You know, I was sent it. What if it, you know, this thing that I bought myself, and you know, maybe that's positive or negative. It's like I'm giving you all honest reviews, but you will get commended almost for like saying something, knocking a product that you've been sent, when sometimes the honest review is that that thing you've been sent is amazing. You know, so I guess the policy is honesty is always my policy with every review, even though people will only thank me for being honest when I say something bad about something I've been sent. You know, just throwing that out there from a creator's standpoint, from a YouTuber's standpoint. That's what I that's what I see from people, and I'm thankful that you appreciate. When I, you know, maybe I've gotten sent something and I didn't like it, but I'm telling you, I'm honest about everything, whether I bought it myself or I didn't. And people seem to only pick up on the honesty when it's been sent to you. Sorry. I need to refresh because everything froze. But I guess the reason why that all came up in association with that glove video is that I think people wanted to think that, and plus another very negative review from someone else came out at the exact same time, and I think people wanted to see that I didn't like it. It's like they didn't want to see a positive review on that product from me. And that's honestly the way I felt, and I've stuck with that opinion since day one. And that's that. I've given plenty of negative reviews on Sigma stuff. I mean, check my blog, check other things. They're there. I'm not scared. I mean, and I will tell. Here's the thing. A negative review. Nobody, I'm talking to other YouTubers who are out there too, or bloggers who review things. I don't think any of us should feel scared about giving a brand, a product, a negative review. I mean, I think there are classy ways to talk about something you don't like. I don't think you get out and just, you know, slay it and bash it and like just be upset and unprofessional about it. But when you give a negative review on something, you may also be perking up the ears of that brand, and when it comes time to manufacture more or possibly make a change or an improvement, you know, maybe your video played into that. I have actually surprisingly gotten thank you emails following a negative review of a brand's product, or, you know, an overall, maybe it wasn't completely negative, but like basically it wasn't something I was recommending to people, but then they said, you know, we really will take this into consideration the next time we revamp, reformulate. And I thought, that is cool. You know, that's changing something. That's changing the game. That's being useful not only to the viewers so they don't waste their money, but you're also helping out honestly, you're helping out the company. It's like being a good friend to someone and letting them know maybe when something didn't work. I think you're being a good friend no matter what when you are being honest. I'm sorry. I went on and on. I need a drink. When is your due date again? The 17th. 1 week from yesterday. Yes! Anyone looking forward to the Vice 3 palette from Urban Decay? Oh my gosh, I am so excited for the holiday palette season. That's my time. I love it. Oops, things just went a little crazy. Oh, the balm is on Look tomorrow, everybody. Thank you, Kate. I think the last time the balm was on Look, they did feature their In-Stain blushes. For a while, it was like these never came up in their sales on there. And then I think maybe the last time they were on there. I would highly recommend these blushes if you guys see that. How often should slash does the average lady use false lashes? I've never tried them before, but noticed them in a lot of makeup tutorials. Shira, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, hopefully I am. I like to use them a lot in my tutorials because I really like seeing how different styles of lashes enhance and shape an eye look. But I mean, as far as you're asking, like, how often should the average woman wear them? I mean, I would say that's a very personal, however often you would want to wear them. I think they're a wonderful special occasion accent, you know, if you've got photos being taken of you, if you've got a special event. I think it's a good skill to have in your hip pocket. And by that I mean, don't wait until your big time to use them to make that your first time, you know, because I know from experience things can go wrong and you probably won't feel completely comfortable with them the first time. So, you know, when you have, you know, a night at home where you're not doing anything and you can just play around with it a little bit, I would recommend that and just getting yourself comfortable. So then, you know, when you do decide to use them, you'll feel confident with them. But I think false lashes are just really fun. I think nothing enhances the shape and just overall appearance of your eyes like them. But I'm not wearing any today, but I am a sparse lashed girl. And so I really, like, Tyler actually fell into this discussion the other day. I hope the baby gets your lashes, but with the darkness of mine. if this baby's lashes are as thick as Tyler's, but as dark as mine, booyah. We're really discussing the important stuff around here, y'all. How long did it take you to get to 100,000 subscribers? A really long time. Gosh. That was I think I had been on YouTube for, I'm not trying to be like discouraging or anything, but just real with you. It took me probably, let's see, that would have been maybe 2.5 years, closer to 3. Yep. Things with my channel, and I'm happy about it. Steady growth is what I've noticed of my channel, and I really think, like, I intend to be here for the long haul. You know, I hope to be doing this for a long time, and I'm not interested in being a trend, an overnight sensation, a viral whatever. You know, I'm interested in gathering a community of people to watch my videos who are really into it like I am, and kind of forming this loyal, makeup loving group of passionate people. around what I do. So that's what I value. I love to see that people have started watching a long time ago and still watch, and I think that is the best thing. So it's or what's the phrase everyone uses? It's a marathon, not a sprint. So don't get impatient if you don't feel like your channel is moving as quick as you want it to, or whatever. If you're enjoying what you're doing, if you're really just having a ball with it, keep it up. Is Belle's room finished? It is pretty much like there are two things. There are two things I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for my little tiebacks on the curtains. I ordered some adorable little tiebacks that look like white bows, and I'm waiting for those to come in from the Etsy store that I ordered them from, and we're waiting on our skylight blinds. So that room, it's a very bright room as is. It will, now that I've got blinds on the window and we'll have blinds going over the skylights, it will be a very good napping room eventually. But I don't have those in there just yet because they haven't come in yet. But exactly. No, Liz, you make a good point. She says, isn't the reviews, the honest reviews, why we watch you? I would hope that you would be honest whether you like it or not. Personally, that's why I watch. And yeah, one would hope. There's not always a lot of that out there because I think the YouTube world has become more complicated over the years with connections, brand connections, things like that. So it's tricky. Oh, thank you, Emily Means. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Anna Louisa. Welcome. Welcome back. Martini Chips wanting to see more Lorac Pro tutorials from the original palette. Would love it. Thank you. Thank you for always giving me video ideas, because I put them in this list in my phone. And I mean, I just play off of that. I never feel funny about asking me to do something because I want the ideas. So see, it's going in. Yay! Good morning, Stephanie D. Which lashes would you recommend for beginners? Well, you might be tempted to try e.l.f. false eyelashes at first. I think they're trickier to work with than some because the band can be flimsy. You'll see them demoed in an upcoming tutorial with the Naked Basics 2 palette, and I trimmed them up a lot, and I kind of had to do a lot with them, but I made them work. But I think, let's say you're shopping in a store like Walmart, the Salon Perfect brand of lashes is really good. They have some very natural styles. The band is not too thick. They're very easy to work with, and they feel very light on your eyes. And I think for the average person putting them on, you would not need to mess with cutting them or trying to really figure that whole thing out. So that's just a good kind of standard thing. Ardell has let me down recently with some of their lashes. I feel like they've become very flimsy with the construction of the band, and they get misshapen so quickly. I really also love the red cherry lashes that you can get from ladymoss.com. The one reason why that's not like my #1 first suggestion is because just looking at them on a website, you might be a little misled as to how big and full they're going to be. They sell a lot of really full, dramatic styles. But I do love the quality, and the prices are really good, really low on those. Probably less than drugstore, like we're talking $2 and change maybe on some of those. So I love those, and I rewear them all the time. I mean, you wouldn't think they would be quite as enduring as they are, but they really last well. Megan, Napa Valley loves you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Napa Valley. Napa Valley! Thoughts on Morphe brushes and shadows? Have not tried them. Have not tried those at all. She will probably get your lashes. I swear the most beautiful lashes are wasted on boys. We'll see. We will see. We may not know for a little while, I guess, maybe. Please guide me to the link showing your new makeup room. Deb, go to youtube.com/EmilyNoel83, and when you're there, click on videos, and then you'll be able to just browse. It'll take you off of the playlist organized page, and you can just go back, just go scroll down a little bit, and it'll be there. Makeup room tour, collection, video, that kind of thing. Lacey Bell has to go to work. Well, have a good day. Thank you so much for the encouragement. Kind words. Ooh. Again, I'm sorry if I have missed some comments that you've given me today. It's kind of hard to see everything all the time, and when I ramble like I do, I will miss some. Oh yes, we have to do spin around the makeup room. We also have to chipmunk. Burrow. Or for the work watchers who really want to get involved. Quickly, but scope it out. Make sure nobody's watching you. Keeping it professional in the office place. What do you think about the Lorac Pro Mega Palette? Well, I don't have it, but I've seen pictures, and I want it badly. Oh my gosh. Belle just like gave me a real kick to the ribs on that. Is she trying to say, yes, I'm excited too, or is she saying, Mommy, you have too many palettes? I don't know. Okay. I'm going to close my eyes and spin around and grab 5 products, and then I will review them all for you. This is the official game show of Beauty Broadcast Live. If Beauty Broadcast Live ever hits the actual TV airwaves, this will be one of the things that happens on the show. 5 products. Close my eyes. Dee-dee-dee. Okay. I'm not even thinking about what I'm grabbing for. I'm just going to grab it out real quickly. And that. And how about down here? That. Wait, that's... I've got to stop because I just pulled out the other shade of something I already talked about that I'm wearing today. I can just tell by the feel, so I'll grab something else. Over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and how about over here? Where's the handle? Okay. Done. Alrighty. Ooh! Milani Color Statement Lipstick in Hot Pink Rage. Yes! So bright. So beautiful. Is this a matte? This is a matte finish from Milani's line. If you are confused as to whether any of these color statement lipsticks, what the finishes are, if you go to beautybroadcast.net, which is my blog, I went through and reviewed every cluster of colors of these lipsticks, and I specified what the finishes are, because sometimes there are creams and there are mattes, you know, they're all kind of mixed in within the line, and that's not necessarily specified when you see them in stores. For example, this could be a cream, it could be a matte, for all you know, you can't tell. But this one is matte. So if you go to the blog, search Milani color statement in the little search box, and then you can see what the specified finish is. That was one of the big time bonuses of Milani sending all of these, was they sent a great little info card that specified, they sent all the color families, and then they sent me a great info card with what the finish of each one was supposed to technically be. And then I had the knowledge to go on to determine whether or not they really were what they said they were. It was great. NYX Single Eyeshadow in Burgundy Pearl. They're not making these anymore, are they? Not exactly like this, right? I feel like I've pulled this out during a spin around the makeup room before. It's such a pretty shade. Love it. I pulled out this Milani brow tint pen in dark brown. Fun fact, this is my mom's favorite. I keep burping. It's a pregnancy side effect. When talking for long periods of time, pregnant women will tend to burp more. No, my mom has this in the shade 01, I think it is. It's called Taupe. She loves it. And she's kind of recreating a brow in some places. It's really good staying power. It looks really natural. It's a very fine tip marker. I've used this from time to time on me. The one thing is my brows are already, they have quite a bit of density to them as is, and I don't necessarily love drawing over hair with a liquidy marker type thing, but for anyone who's trying to recreate an eyebrow, really good product there. L'Oreal Visible Lift Blur. Just reviewed this earlier this week on my channel. In a nutshell, staying power was not great for me. Coverage was better than anticipated, but still not full. It's like a medium type coverage. Very nice natural appearance on the skin, though. Whoop. And then the other thing I pulled out was this Stila Illuminating Tinted Moisturizer. I think this is old and probably needs to go soon. But has anybody used this, have experience with this product? I think I got this, I may have gotten this on Haute Look like a while ago. I have it in shade 01. And I have not used that in a long time, so that's why I'm thinking it's kind of old. But yeah, that's Spin Around the Makeup Room. Oh, and I gotta tell you guys, I'm so excited for my next video that'll be going up on my main channel. It's something I've been thinking about doing for a while, and it's really, it's not something I've seen anybody doing before, and I hope it turns out for you to be a very informative video. Yay! Oh, thank you. Hey, everybody just rolling in. A bunch of people just rolled in. Monique, what up? Are you going to work outside of home after you have your daughter? No, my work is inside the home, doing all this beauty broadcast stuff, so I plan to continue that. Can you do a video on being a professional woman in the media business? Just graduated college with degree in media management. Could use tips, including makeup, hair, and clothing. Good call, Sam. Yes, more on that kind of thing. I'm trying to think of anything I have currently that might be useful to you. If you go to the Beauty Vlogcast, like the main channel page, do I have a playlist for TV news? I did like a Q&A thing with a college class, actually, and I put the whole thing online. Like, I recorded on it with my camera. I'm just curious, so I'm going to check. I might not cover everything that you're wondering about, but, I mean, they had great questions. So let me see. What does that come up under? Go to the main channel page. Oh, it's under Ask Emily. If you go to youtube.com/beautyvlogcast and scroll down, it's under Ask Emily, and it says Q&A on TV, news, jobs, YouTube, and more. So it might be useful. Cover a few things, but yeah, it seems like every time I get on here, I get somebody has been studying broadcasting or wants some more stuff on like job searching and things like that, and I think that would, you know, be a good thing to talk about. Will you be getting anything from the Simpsons collection by Mac? Stephanie D got a blush and loves it. I'm not sure. I didn't really plan to, but might have to. Jen left for a few minutes to go to Ulta, got the Stila in the Light and in the Garden palettes for $20 each. Jen, oh, isn't that the daily deal? Because Ulta's doing like the 21 Days of Beauty, and I think today is Stila palettes, perhaps? Dutch Strawberry is here. She says, I know this is random and not the happiest of topics, but I need to talk to someone. I found out this week that I have Graves' disease and that having children is not going to be a good idea. I was told that having children would be too complicated and very high risk, and I should highly consider adoption. I'm only 26. Wow. Wow. I know, Dutch Strawberry, you have been such a kind commenter and on Beauty Broadcast Live and on my videos, and I am so sorry that you found that out, and I wish I could. This is the thing that's frustrating about the internet, is because you can't give hugs. But I thank you for sharing that with all of us, because I do feel like we're kind of a family here. And I'm sure that there are people here who have probably dealt with the very same thing who could empathize with you. But I'm so sorry. I can't say I know how that feels, because I haven't been in your shoes, but I am deeply, deeply sorry for you. And I know that a lot of times people, when they get awful news or get news that just shocks them, somebody else tries to step in who hasn't been there and tries to like just, oh hey, it's going to be all sunshine and roses, you know, this is all going to be fine. But I know that's not how you feel right now, so I'm not going to say that to you. But I do hope that sometimes the comforting way of looking at hard times is to look at it from a really big picture standpoint, and to think about, you know, this is what I've been told today, but what's the big picture of my life? And maybe this is steering me in another direction that will be ultimately the best thing for me. You know, maybe something great is going to come from this. And that's the hardest thing to do when you get something that, you know, you're so like upset about in the moment, but it can be really hard to look big picture at it. But I feel for you. And I thank you that you felt comfortable enough to tell us on here. Because this is, we've talked about this, like, I don't know, anybody who's been with us on Beauty Broadcast Live for a long time, you know, stuff happens. We talk about anything here, you know. Sometimes it's happy stuff, sometimes it's not happy stuff. And I really value you guys, and I want to know when you've got something to share like that. Linda Webb says, my niece is adopted because my sister cannot have kids. My niece is the biggest blessing in my life. Thank you, Linda. Thank you for sharing. And Jessica's here today, and she says she just moved to Missouri from California, and this is her first BB Live. So thank you, Jessica. I hope your move went well. But no, Dutch Strawberry, you are so in my thoughts and in my prayers. Please know that, and I'm sure the other ladies and gentlemen who are on here will be thinking about you too. So thank you. What else is going on here? Oh, Lisa says, do you think Tyler can do a video or a vlog about how he got into law school and prepares for the bar and the LSAT? That's a good idea. I don't think he's done anything about that. Because that's that's a good thing to give some advice on, because I think it's there are a lot of misconceptions about those kinds of things, and the tests and all the job searching, and it can get complicated, because I remember, like, when he was looking for a job, you know, you graduate law school, you think, okay, I'm going to start applying for jobs, but I haven't taken the bar exam yet, and technically I haven't, you know, been able to tell a future employer that I've taken that and passed, but yet I want to get a job locked down. And, you know, in a tough job market, that when he was first applying, the job market was extremely tough in this area for local lawyers. And so he was competing for jobs with people who had lots of experience on him. And so it took a while. And I'm not saying that's like the situation now exactly, or, you know, we're all in different areas, but it can be tricky, I guess is what I'm saying, to try to pursue a job and get somebody to hire you when just timing-wise you can't have possibly passed a bar exam and have that to back you up, so to speak. But he would be able to give some good advice on that, I think, and how he managed to get in and still get something. Oh, Dutch Strawberry says, thank you to you all for your kind words, she says, and I see some people responding. And aw. Sorry, I just got started reading things there in my own little world. But thank you guys. And somebody, Deb Lunnan, has had a daughter. Her daughter, now 18, has Graves. Also, two of my friends. One friend has 4 children. Another just had another 10 months ago, and the other friend has 4 children. My daughter has had periods every month. Check with other doctors too. Your future is not decided. Love to you. Chin up, girl. Deb. Well, thank you, Deb. See? Isn't it crazy how you never know how many other people are going through the exact same things you are, but without the internet and bringing together so many different people, we find it out. Yay. Well, I am refreshing this page, and it's already 10:39. See, nobody says when we get past 10:30, nobody says, hey, Emily, you might want to wrap it up now. We've been listening for over an hour and a half. You might want to finish her up. No, you guys, this has been fun today, though, but there have been so many questions. It's like been makeup, baby, makeup talk, baby talk. But I thank you for being here and for being interested and concerned and excited with me about the pregnancy and everything. You know, it's just I'm very excited, and I know that one of these days here very soon. It's going to happen. And I will keep you all posted, of course. Like I said, my next appointment is next Thursday, well, a week from today. So if I don't have the baby before then. So definitely to be announced as far as the next beauty broadcast live. I'll have to just keep you updated. But as far as any baby updates, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, if I for some reason can't post something, you know, Tyler knows to get on my phone and post it from my account. One last belly shot. Yeah, here. There's that bump. There's a baby in there. Knock, knock. When would you like to come out? She didn't say a word. You never touched on 9/11. Actually, I did, but you may have not been here when I did. Yeah, I talked about the fact that it's the 13-year anniversary. So if you didn't see that, or anybody who tunes in partway through, this whole broadcast uploads in its entirety usually within an hour of when we first shot it, depending on how long I go. When I do this for a long time, sometimes it takes longer to upload the finished product. So if you want to go back to the beginning and see everything, you always can. But and one thing, I'm just going to throw something out there in terms of social media and judgment. I think sometimes we make I just observe this a lot, not just to me, but to other people, and it's just, why are we always so quick to judge on things that we don't really understand? Just a thought here. When you see something and maybe you don't have the full story, or you don't, you know, you don't know the backstory. Somebody's put something out there, but then you kind of assume the worst, or you throw something, you spit something out there that's kind of negative at them, and you don't know the whole detail. I would say either maybe if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all thing, but I think this was going through my head over the weekend, and it's the thought of, I think sometimes on social media, the policy people take on is, when in doubt, judge. Why? Why do we do that? You know? Why do we feel the need to place a negative judgment on something that we don't know the whole story on? So I'm just throwing that out there to people, and it just kind of makes you think, like, people want to get angry sometimes. I'm saying this less from my own personal experience with this and more from just witnessing this, like friends on Facebook and people talking to other people, and you look at comments and it's like, wow, somebody got really riled up in a hurry on that topic, you know, and seeing people just kind of get real fired up. Are people just waiting? Are people like burning like embers on a fire and then just waiting for a reason to flare sometimes? Because I think everybody needs to kind of check their tempers a little bit and check their emotions. And when something might be like questionable, don't be so quick to pounce on someone. That's my that's my comment I would just like to leave out there for the day. Just think before you feel like throwing down on somebody, throwing down an opinion, accusation, whatever. You know, chances are you only have part of the story. So that's my thought. That's just what I've been witnessing sometimes here and there. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time to be here. And like I said, great questions, great comments. You guys are in my thoughts and my prayers, really thinking about Dutch Strawberry and her news that she's received, and I just thank you so much for considering us as part of your family and your friends here. So have a great day, guys. I'll keep you updated, everybody, on Twitter and all that stuff if anything happens in the next few days. But thank you so much, and I will see you later. Love you. Bye.